everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for If Loving You Was Wrong. This is season 3, episode 7. There was about a 2-week hiatus, I think it was, from the last episode to this episode. So let's just get into it. But first things first, how was everyone's Tuesday? My Tuesday was really good. I got to work on time-ish. I was able to go to sleep. I got all my reviews and stuff done. And I hit 900 subscribers. I'm excited about that. I did post about it on my Instagram. And a few people who do follow me on my Instagram, commented on the post that I did on my Instagram. So thank you to everyone, because I hit 900 yesterday. So thank you everyone who has subscribed, anyone who was watching, who was a new subscriber, who was an old subscriber, who has been with me this whole 7 months that I've been on YouTube. Thank you. I'm happy that you guys are entertained by me, because I think I'm boring, and I swear when I do videos, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I was so boring, they're gonna hate it, and they're gonna be like, why is this boring bitch doing a review? So it's cool for me to see that people actually are entertained by me, because again, yeah, sometimes I think I'm boring, because I guess it's just me. But let's get off of that. As I said, I do hope everyone had a great day. Put your comments below about your day. Or if you have anything, if it's your birthday, put the comment in. If your birthday coming up, anniversary, if you started a new job, you know what I'm saying? Because I try to keep in contact with everyone. I try to respond as much as I can to the comments, or at least like a comment if I'm, caught up in stuff or whatever. So, If Loving You Was Wrong. Tyler Perry getting better, even though I still feel like it's slowly progressing, at least it's progressing. I'm happy people are in different clothes, there are different scenes, it's not the same old. It's progressing, so I have to say kudos to Tyler Perry, and also whoever else writes this show, because I always say Tyler Perry, but I know that he has other writers, that it's not just him. So, I think you can also tell when different writers get involved in this particular show, because it'd be a little bit different. So I'll be like, cool. So we see the episode picks up right where the last one left off, and Eddie and Steven is fighting in Esperanza's house. They flipping over the counter, they flipping over the couch, they, elbowing each other, they kicking, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. And Eddie fully dressed, but Steven in the damn boxes, and his dick is hard. And Eddie, look, I ain't fight as a man. If I was a man, I'm not fighting another grown man and his penis is hard. It's just not going down like that. No ma'am, no sir, no thank you. I'm just like, I don't want no parts of that. Okay, I need to put some clothes on before I whoop your ass. And Eddie and Steven, they just fighting. Esperanza like, stop fighting, stop it. And I'm like, well, you the one that you was getting busy with Steven in the house. So, things happen. So, then Lucian comes in. Lucian's back from lunch, and he's trying to get them separate. But Lucian looking like, what the hell, what's going on here? What's going on? Because, again, when he left, Steven was fully dressed. Eddie wasn't there, and they wasn't fighting. So he came back like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what's happening. He trying to pull Eddie back. Steven good. Steven is standing around in his boxers and so brief, you know what I'm saying, with his package and stuff. And it's weird, because I'm like, Esperanza, I just can't take these people serious. And, she's like, Eddie, why are you in my house again? I told you to leave. Why are you here? Eddie's pissed off. He like, you dumb bitch. Oh, and you. Talking about Steven. And you. Oh, anybody but him. Anybody but him. I'm like, first of all, Eddie, your ass shouldn't have came to her house like that. She already shot at your ass earlier in the day. What you back for? What you back for, bruh? So, you get what you... They say when you be looking, you find what you're looking for. So you went to her house looking for something, and you find what you didn't want to see. And, Lucian is like, you need to leave, leave before, because next time me and him gonna have to arrest you. Because again, Esperanza is saying, get out of my house. I put you out earlier. I don't know why you here. Get out. So Eddie leaves. And Lucian looking around like, what the hell going on here? And Esperanza's like, I think you guys just need to leave. I think you need to leave. Get out, get out, get out. Just get out. Get your clothes, wear your clothes, get your clothes and get out. First of all, you have my clothes. I didn't take my clothes off on my own. You know what was happening, so what you mad at me for? And I'm like, and Esperanza, what you yelling for? What you mad at him for? He didn't make Eddie bust in your door. He didn't invite Eddie over there. Eddie, your crazy ass ex-husband. That ain't got nothing to do with Steven. And you let Steven touch all up on your thigh, okay? And was on the kitchen counter getting, kissing and hugging or whatever. So, Lucian and Steven leaves and they outside. And Lucian is asking the same question like, what the hell going on? Why you ain't got no clothes on? What the hell happened? And he's like, man, things just happen. I don't know what happened so fast. He's like, no, Steven, what the hell? What happened? So Steven he's like, man, we was painting. I was fixing the walls. She wasted the paint on me. She was going to wash my clothes. One thing led to another. She's sexy. She's cute. He's like, everybody know Esperanza's attractive, but why would you go there with her? And you're like, man, it just happened. I don't know. It just happened. So he's like, man, whatever, let's go. So they get in the car and they pull off. Me personally, it don't matter. Because it was just a funny scene. I wouldn't walk outside barefoot in my body. Because, in your neighborhood, that's the second naked man, Esperanza, that you had come about your house in one day. Okay, and they work together. So, get that together. So, from there, we see Marcy, and she's at her office, but she's on the phone with Ian, they're having a conversation. And, he wants to come see the house again. The house on the same block where everybody lives? Yes, that house. And so, he wants to come see it for a second time. And he's like, well, I'm sending another client over there. I can come stop by then. And she's like, oh, are you really? Oh, who your client? And I was like, I hope this man don't tell her who his client is. That is strictly against attorney-client privilege. You can't do that. And he's like, I can't tell you that. And she's like, but I asked you. He's like, I know you asked me, but I can't tell you. Go ahead, Ian. Be ethical, okay? With your little sexy self. So she then said, well, is it Randall? And he's like, who? Who's Randall? She's like, oh, well, that means it isn't him, so, that's fine. And he was like, okay, no, but who was Randall? And she was like, oh, that's my ex-husband. He lives across the street in the blue house. And he's like, oh, okay. And then, when she says, he's my ex-husband, he like, Randall. Does he know Larry? And she's like, yeah, they were all college roommates. And he was like, okay. And she's like, what's that? He was like, nothing, but I wouldn't dare do business with him. I'm telling y'all, something is up with Larry and Randall. Okay? I don't know what it is, but I told y'all before, I feel like they was either doing sexual assaults on women in some kind of way. They had some type of homosexual relationship with each other. Or they killed somebody and buried the body. It's one of the three. I'm just saying that's just my personal opinion. So from there, they just agreed to meet up at the house later. We then see Alex and Brad talking. Remember the last time with Alex and Brad, Alex had came home from the doctor and Brad was asking her, what did the doctor say? Because she wanted to go find out about that dang on DNA test. So she come back downstairs and he like, you've been gone a long time. It took you that long to change the baby diaper? And she's like, no, he was fussy, so I put him down for a nap and he's sleeping. So Brad like, okay, what the doctor say? And she's like, oh, she said he's healthy and he's fine. He was like, no. What she said about the DNA test. And this not how he was saying, this is me and my antics. So, she's like, oh, she's drinking her wine because they were drinking some wine. And is she breastfeeding? I don't think you can drink wine and breastfeed. I don't have any children, me personally. I don't think you can. I don't know. I don't think you can do that. So let's hope that baby on a bottle. So when he's like, what did the doctor say? She's stalling. She's drinking wine. Oh, yeah. She said she's wished it. I say, did she just tell a bald face lie? She lied so smoothly as if she was saying 1 + 1 is 1. This is what she said. 1 + 1 is 5. With a straight face. 1 + 1 is 2. And I'm like, she just lying. And Brad was like, she switched it? And she was like, yeah, she did for me. She switched it, I can't, yeah, she did. And he's like, she switched it. Wow. She really went on a limb for you. I can't believe she did it. She's like, yeah, me either. But she did. I'm like, she lying to this man's face. You just got your husband back and you already lying. You old low down, dirty dog. Alex ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? She not shit. She is the quintessential, I'm a white woman in America. And I mean that in the way of anybody who's seen White Chicks. And it's a scene where they at the hotel. This is so off topic. But when they at the hotel and they ask them to see the ID. And of course they ain't got ID because they fake white people. And they go into, well, we have to see your ID. You don't have to see my ID. I am a white woman in America. I'm going to write a letter. I am a white woman in America. And he's like, you know what? No, don't worry about it. We'll need your ID. You good. Because I'm a white woman in America. I feel like Alex is a white woman in America. So I'm going to lie my way into whatever I got to do. And people just going to believe me. And I'm like, she just bold-faced lying like nothing. And Brad is like, okay. And Brad's like, well, I guess we're okay for now. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, but that's until he gets older. And she's like, what do you mean? And he was like, we can't deny how much he looks like Randall. He's going to grow up. He's going to look more like him. We're going to have to figure out something to do later. And she was like, you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll have to handle that later. I think Brad switched the test for her. I think Brad did that because he loved her. And in some way, because I can't remember what Brad do, but I'm like, I wonder if he had it done. Because when she said the doctor switched the test, he didn't say, did she? As if he was really shocked. He said, did she? As if he knew who really did it, and he knew she was lying, and he was giving her the opportunity to tell the truth. That's what it seemed like to me. So I'm like, what if Brad really switched it? And now he like, Marcy's still lying to my face. I want to see how long she's going to go with this lie to see what else she's going to be lying about. But it is what it is. So as they talking about how the test was switched and how the baby really is Randall baby, all this stuff, they pan over to that camera that Brad snatched off of Randall's house, and the little light is blinking, meaning it is recording. I don't know how it's recording I guess it's probably a wireless monitor. So yeah, he didn't heard everything. So anywho, so we see that part. They don't see it, but the camera of course pans over to it. So next we see Kelly and Natalie at Kelly's house basically talking. And she done fixed the house up a little bit since the police came in. But Natalie more concerned with that gun her friend sold Kelly. And she's like, where's that gun? Because Kelly was saying, I need protection in case Travis come here. And I got to figure out the gun situation. And she's like, well, where's the gun? She's like, well, I think the police took it because it's not here. So Natalie's like, oh, yeah, you should probably figure out where the gun at. And then she was like, I'll ask Ian when I talk to Ian. So when Ian gets there, she's then saying, I can't believe how much Travis has ruined my life. My life was going good until he did it, until he came in doing all this foolishness. I tried my best to stop him. No, you didn't, Kelly. You didn't do shit to stop Travis. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Did you say, I got a restraining order? You never got it. Remember? You never went down there and got it. Did the writers forget that? Did you? Because you never did that. Every time you did something, you played it off like it was nothing. You never went and got the restraining order. You didn't tell anybody until it was too late. And I'm assuming those 845 messages he sent you that one season, last season, where the whole damn season was one whole damn night, when they had Randall kidnapped and all the other foolishness, and he left you 9,000 messages, you never saved them. Because that right there shows harassment that he's fucking crazy. But I'm not going to let Kelly get me all riled up and get off topic. So, at that point in time, Ian comes in, because of course Ian is Kelly's lawyer, and, he's letting her know, because she was like, do the police have that gun? And he's like, yeah, they have it. And then Natalie was like, oh, okay, cool. Did the gun have a serial number? And now, as a lawyer, you didn't think to ask her, well, what kind of question is that? Why would Kelly's gun not have a serial number? That's what I would have asked. That would have been because this is a criminal case and you should know that. I'm not even the smartest lawyer in the law firm. I'm not even a lawyer. But even I would think that's a weird question for your neighbor to ask your lawyer. And Kelly then said, why you asking that? Why? Did your friends tell me an unlicensed gun or an illegal gun? Girl, no. I was just, I was just asking questions. Girl, Kelly dumb. Because Kelly like, oh, okay. No, bitch. Don't nobody ask about a serial number on a gun unless they know someone with that gun. That's when they ask about a dang serial number. So, Natalie leave and she go outside and she called Lucian. And when she called him, she's basically like, the police has the gun. Ian said it does have a serial number on it, but I need you to get some information on the gun just to be sure that everything is okay. And he like, why? You think the gun ain't, is illegal? No, I'm trying to figure it out for her. And Lucian's like, look, it's your fault because you should never had your ghetto ass friend sell her a gun. And again, there are a lot of things you can buy off your friend's ghetto friend. You can buy hair weave off your friend ghetto friend. You can probably buy a cell phone. You can buy food stamps. People get food stamps to people. You can buy fish. You can buy, I wouldn't say buy a car. You can buy house goods. You can buy a household bundle of tissue if you want to. You do not buy a gun off of anybody except someone at a damn gun store where it's legal. So that was Kelly being stupid. But of course, Kelly always been stupid. So the next thing we see is Natalie goes to Alex's house. And she basically... I'm thirsty. She basically is basically trying to figure out if Lucian is the father of this baby. So, I'm sorry, y'all. But y'all know when I get thirsty, I'll be smacking too much, and I try not to do that. But, plus it's midnight, I think I'm just getting a little bit tired. But anyway, so Natalie is at Alex's house. Brad is in there too, and Brad like, I'm y'all trying to talk, and she was like, no, you need to hear this too. And she's like, Alex, I need to talk to you. And Alex like, okay, what's going on? And she was like, is that Lucius's baby? And she was like, no, it's not Lucius's baby. I promise you I've never been with Lucius. And she's like, why does that keep coming up? Why does people keep saying it's his baby? And she was like, that was Randall's fault. All I told the judge was that the baby wasn't Randall's baby. That's all I said because I was in a bind. She said Randall then said it was Lucius's child because Randall was saying that Lucius was the only other black man that I knew. So Randall is the one who put up Lucius's name. And she was like, well, what did why? And then, Brad is like, look, no, because she said, but then they said the baby isn't Brad baby. So how could it not, if it ain't Brad baby, Brad. If it's not Randall baby, and the test came back, it wasn't Randall's baby, then who baby is it? What's going on? Something in the water, how, and why Lucia's name involved in it. So Brad was like, look, we had a doctor we know, for us to test a little bit. That we had some help with that. And she was like, really? And she was like, Brad. And he was like, what? She deserves to know, just to get it all squashed or whatnot. So he was like, yeah, we just had someone to help us out with that. And, so that's what it is. So she was like, oh, well, okay. Because Brad was like, I really, I trust Alex and this is what happened. We had somebody help us. So now they're like, okay. And then Natalie leave. Alex, oh my God. Why would you tell her that? I can't believe you told her that. What if she tells somebody? And he was like, she ain't gonna tell nobody. She hate Randall just as much as we hate Randall. Who's she gonna tell? But if Randall finds out, if anyone finds out, it's gonna be ruined. Because of course Brad don't know her ass is lying, and so she's trying to keep her lies contained. People know when you tell one lie, you have to tell another lie to cover for that lie. And it's a trickle effect, and she trickling. Her ass just trickling. So we see that whole scene is over and done with. We see Kelly talking to Ian basically back at her house, and Ian is saying how they have been following Travis this whole time since she's been out of jail, and that he hasn't been doing much besides going to church and spending time with his fiance. Well, of course. I mean, he's already framed her for murder, so he don't have nothing else left to do. And so he's not going to be in these streets doing no craziness because he probably assumes she locked up for murder. I done put all the evidence in her house. She ain't going to get out. So, of course, he hasn't been doing anything. And, he's like, are you sure it was him that did it and not Justice? And she was like, you don't have to ask that question. I'm 100% sure it's him. I know my baby didn't do it. You see how big and strong Ramsey was. You see how big he was. And you're like, yeah, I read the reports. I do understand. She's like, my son could have did it. I mean, kids kill. We've heard of kids killing their parents and killing adults and catching an adult off guard. So I don't think it's 100% unbelievable that a kid can kill someone if they sneak up on them good enough and stab them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's not like, oh my God. I mean, he ain't an infant. You know what I'm saying? A 1-year-old can't kill a grown adult. But, if a kid sneak up on somebody and slice their throat, they dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he can't, win in one-on-one combat with them. So, that's the whole thing about it. He's like, okay, I get it. Just be patient. Let us work it out. We're going to, get everything figured out, and we'll let us get them. Let us handle it. And, she brings up, I need to get another gun. Can you figure out when I can get my gun back, because I want to be able to protect my house in case Travis comes back. And he was like, no. First you need to learn how to shoot a gun, and then you need to get a gun safe. And she's like, but I'll check into your gun in the meantime, in between time. So we had that whole scene. So next we see Ian then goes across the street to meet with Marcy to see the house. And, they go in the house, and he's basically saying how he wants the house. He just wants to walk through it one more time. So Marcy goes to stand outside as he's walking around the house. And guess who the fuck... I was finna cuss. Guess who pulls up? I'm trying to cuss less. Randall pulls up. And of course, Randall is a complete, jerk or whatever. He's like, I'm saying, oh, what you was watching me earlier laughing at me? And she was like, yep, I sure was. And then like, you gonna have my friend represent you? Yep, I sure am. And she's like, you just sign the papers. I gave you the house. I gave you the car. Just stop being an asshole and sign the papers. And he was like, nope, because you left the debt. And she's like, but it's your debt. And like, I don't care. You want her to give you the house, give you the car, and pay off your debt? Your debt. But see, that's something else. You got to be careful who you marry. You can't marry someone who has debt, because you inherit their debt. Okay? So, as, Ian comes out, he sees that he did exchange, basically. He's like, Marcy, is you okay? And Randall like, well, who the hell are you? You sleeping with my wife? And Marcy like, oh my God. So Ian like, you know what? Come on, let's go back in the house. And of course they go back in the house because he know who Randall is. He's heard of Randall. Marcy has already said how difficult Randall can be. So they go back in the house. Marcy kind of gets calmed down, but Ian is asking questions like, it's crazy that he acts like that. Are you okay? You shouldn't have to deal with that. And she's like, no, it's okay. I'm used to it. He's like, well, that's the problem. You shouldn't be used to it. And she was like, yeah, he's just very, very difficult. And then he was like, is Ian representing you? Is Larry representing you? And she was like, yeah, he is. And he was like, well, what is he doing to get the situation handled? And she was like, I don't know. But, he's handling it, but I don't know. He's supposed to meet with him. And he was like, I don't like this. Something don't feel right. And I'm like, it don't at all. We know it. We just waiting for it to come out. We're waiting for it to come to pass. And she's like, you know what? Let's just change the subject. I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about the house. Do you want the house? The buyers are willing to do A, B, and C, and D, F, G. Do you want it? So he agrees, like, yes, I do want the house. And then he says, you're going to take me out on a date as a celebration of selling this house. And she's like, well, okay, but you're paying. So, they basically agree to go on a date. So, we then see, it's 2 last scenes. Now, I have told y'all it's something going on with Randall and Larry. So Larry at the bar, and he's sitting, he's talking to this man and this woman, like a couple. And when he's talking, Randall walk up right behind him. And he was like, you still up to your old ways. So I'm like, Randall, why you all on that man's shoulder? Get off that man's shoulder, Randall. Move it on. And I'm like, that was okay. That's a little bit different. So they then go and they change tables. So they have this whole dialogue that I'm not about to go back and forth with. What they basically say, to wrap it on up, you know what I'm saying? Randall is saying, why you representing my wife? Are you doing it to see how mad I can get? You know I have some dirt on you. You know I know your secret, but your secret is safe with me. Larry is saying, she don't know nothing about our past. I'm just trying to help you out. I just wanted to see you because I miss you because you're my friend. But it was still, it was a little bit weird because when Randall said, you know the stuff I have on you and you would still want to represent my wife, and then when he was like, well, I don't know how much she know, so, does it really matter? And then Randall saying, oh, it's okay because she don't know nothing about our past. What past, Randall? What y'all been doing? It's something. And I feel like maybe they were, because as they sitting there and they laughing and joking and stuff, now it's a little bit more loose because as Randall said, your secret's safe with me. As Larry then said, well, it's a secret of yours too. And, I don't know how much she know. It was a whole thing of them talking back and forth. Even with Larry saying, I'm friends with both of y'all. And that's what he was like, well, you doing it to see how mad I'm going to get. I'm looking like, why would your friend want to see you mad? He like you when you're mad, or he don't like you when you're mad? What's going on between y'all? So, y'all know what does sometimes. Randall brings up how the only reason that Marcy went to him was because Marcy's broke and she don't have no money. And, Larry brings up how, well, let's still hang out. My wife and kids out of town, so I'm just trying to hang out. They then start talking about old times in college, about, how we used to have them wrapped around our finger. We can do this and this and this and this. And then Randall starts saying how, the bitch I was sleeping with, she not even pregnant, the baby not even mine. Every time I see a black guy, I ask him if he know her, because she had to sleep with somebody else. I can't believe she was cheating on me and lying to me. And Larry like, man, you sound crazy. He like, that ain't crazy. She was lying and cheating. She was lying to me. She was cheating on me. And Larry was like, the married one, y'all both was married. That's crazy. And then Brandon like, well, did Marcy tell you that she was also sleeping with her husband, was sleeping with the person I'm sleeping with, husband, and they moved in together? And like, well, she didn't tell me all that. But you still crazy, because like, also I'll be having a camera pointed at their house, and as Randall talking, Larry looking like, this motherfucker really crazy. He's really insane. And so when Larry said, that's crazy, she's a married woman. Why, the married woman who lied to her husband, lied to you, and you upset, that's crazy. You can't ask every black man if you know her. Well, that's what his ass been doing. So, they're like, that's not healthy. It's crazy. You need to stop doing that. So then Brad Randall said, I want you to help me sue my neighbor. He pushed me off a ladder. Can you help me sue him? And then Larry say, well, that's what I'm here for. Are you? I thought you was there to talk to him about Marcy. I thought you was Marcy's lawyer. That's how Ian said he don't like the fact that Larry is representing Marcy, but he's friends of Randall's. Ian knows some stuff. Okay, Ian knows some stuff, and I'm just trying to wait for it all to be, to come out. So when they talking about stuff they was doing in college, about how they had people wrapped around their finger, Randall then say, what about them? Talking about the man and the woman who Larry was talking to when Randall walked in. He's like, I bet we can get him. I'm like, get him get who? Get what? All right, let's get him drunk. We're going to go get, it's going to take, 5 Hennessy's for him, 2 shots of something for her. Let's go over there. They pick up their drinks and they go and talk to this couple to get stuff done. It's going to be something. It's going to be something. So the last thing that we see of the evening, Esperanza come over to Nellie's house with her titties out. Yes, she had a cleavage just all out and open. And she's coming in, oh my God, I can't believe this. And she's like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? They tore, he tore my house, he tore my house apart. We're fighting, it's crazy. They're like, who? What happened? You was fighting, what was happening? She's like, no, Steven. I'm like, Steven? That wasn't Steven, that was Eddie. Why you lying on Steven? Why you lying? She then had to explain the whole thing of, Eddie was there earlier. I shot at Eddie. Because I shot at Eddie, Steven was there helping me patch up the bullet holes. One thing led to another. Me and him was having sex. Eddie busts in and they fight and Eddie pissed. But she then saying, so Natalie laughing because it's funny because she's like, oh my God. And then she keeps saying, it was amazing sex. Now, they both had their bottoms on. They didn't have sex. Now, I don't get why they saying sex and we know they didn't have sex. I just think that part to me was dumb. They got Esperanza fawning all over him like, oh my God, it was such great sex. It was better than Eddie. I can't believe it. He's been flirting with me for months. You know, it finally happens. I can't believe I let it happen. But he was so sexy. He was so attractive. And it just happened. You know, I don't know. I'm going to call him and apologize because I kicked him out. And I'm pretty sure he felt like he was used and abused. And Natalie just laughing. So then Lucian walk in like, hey, y'all. So, of course, Esperanza leave because her ass still embarrassed. So, when she leave, you know, Natty like, you know what? I know what happened with Esperanza and Steven. And Lucian like, dang, no, we can't talk about that right now. We need to talk to Kelly. And she's like, wow, what's up? And he was like, the gun. The gun that she had. It was reported stolen 2 months ago. And she was like, oh, man, Crass, really? Well, how do you know? And he was like, it was a report. And it was reported stolen by Ramsey. So you mean to tell me Ramsey's stolen gun ends up in Kelly's house? So does that mean I'm confused? Because I kept saying Kelly never got that gun from that lady because she didn't have the money. They never showed Kelly come back from the bank and pay for that gun. So how do we? So that's the thing was the gun that Justice probably had was the gun that Travis stole and planted in Kelly's house. And that's the gun. It wasn't the gun that she bought from this lady. Because again, and if it was, how did the lady she bought a gun from get a stolen gun from a neighbor? Unless Travis set that up too. So what's going on? So that's how it went off with them saying the gun Kelly had in her house was stolen and stolen from Ramsey 2 months ago before he was killed. Tyler Perry, I mean, at this point, I'm like, it's just too many scenarios. We still don't know where Joey at. We still don't know where Ben at. We still don't know where Andrew is. We still don't know if Peter's alive. We still don't know where Claudia at. We still don't know about Kelly's baby daddy who was getting out of jail. We still don't know about Kelly's baby daddy mama who was crazy. We still don't know. Just so much. It's just so much we still don't know. And now you add more we don't know on top of it. Okay, so that was my review. It was a lot, you know, that I'm still confused about. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to my channel, share my videos, drop a comment below, and you guys will see me next time. Peace.